Welcome to another episode of Free Code Friday. My name is Jason Bach, and I'm just going to get right into it because I recorded this right after the last one. So what I need to do here is create a exception. So let's come up to the runtime, add class. Is there an exception template? I thought there was. I thought there was a way to say, is it exception? Error. This is driving me nuts. I know there's a way to, no, not that. To do a code snippet that I thought gave you the ability to say make an exception. Yeah, because there's like the if. Oh, but that's that. Huh. Well, I was wrong. I thought there was code snippet for exception. C#. That was exception handler. I know how to create code snippets. I know there's a way to do this, but by the time I looked it up, I'm going to waste too much time. God, this really bugs me. I know there's a way to do this. No, I want you to override exception. It's got to actually derive from exception. Sure, and sure. There we go. There we go. That's all I wanted. Except a couple of other things. Why don't you like this? Oh. It can't be protected because I'm in, so it's got to be that public. I forget. What I do need though is a combination of. I don't just want to pass in a message and that, because what I really need is a list of lines. And here we go. See, now we're falling into the kind of a need to pass in a list that's going to tell me which lines are at fault. But this isn't either just a oh God, I'm babbling. This isn't for every kind of exception. This is when you're giving me lines. Execution engine lines exception. Because that's specific to the lines that you're getting. Right? And so really, okay, yeah, I'm overthinking it. Really the only way to create it is by giving it a list of messages, and I can just have those as strings. And it's kind of like a trust thing. I know that that's okay. In other words, the thing I was going through is, well, you can give it a list of messages, but then what happens if you have nulls and no's lists, and now you have to have another? No, we don't want to go there. And I was overthinking it. What I really want is a public execution engine where I basically say, I want this to be lines exception. Yep, thank you. I want this to be a immutable list of messages. Base of the null. Yep, that's good. And then all these, I know that when you create an exception, you should have all these as a standard. But this is for a very specific case. You're only, returning what messages could possibly be a problem, And then this is also just there purely for serialization. Oh, it's got to be serializable. I forgot about that. Okay. All right. So now what I can do is say here, we can say var messages is equal to new list. No, list. No, I don't need an immutable list here. It's okay. I'm going to be changing state locally. Then we're going to say for I is equal to, no, var I is equal to 0, I less than lines that count I plus plus. If lines at I is equal to null, then messages.add the line at index, come on, is null. There. And then we come out of here and say if messages that count greater than 0, then we can throw a new argument. No, not I just made the thing. I should know what it is. Lines exception of the messages to immutable list. Boom. All right. Of course, I got to assign the thing, right? If I don't, I did all that just to do this. This dot lines is equal to lines. Get rid of that space. It's driving me nuts. All right. Cool. So now I can start writing tests for this. And I already have execution engine tests. So we can say, see, now this would actually throw. We want to say, almost possible. Oh, you can, that's right. You can pass in a new. Who is calling me? I'll have to take a break for a second. This is Jason. All right, I am back. I had to take that call. Didn't want to bring up my personal life into this, but might as well bring it up. I had to take that call because it was from an insurance adjuster. My wife has had the worst luck in the last 3 months. She totaled her car in August, and we got that all squared away. She had a Saturn for 13 years, and it was kind of nearing the end of its life anyway. So we said, all right, fine. We'll just get a new car. Nobody was injured. Well, the driver that hit her apparently got his hand hurt, but as I found out, his license was revoked, so he shouldn't have been driving in the first place. Interesting. But he wasn't hurt bad from what I understand. But in any event, we got a used car. It was like a 30,000 mile Toyota RAV. And then 2 days ago, she got in an accident and just wrecked that one. So the stress is real. the stress has been a little real lately. When she called me, it's one of those moments where you're just like, I hope it's a dream. I hope it's a nightmare. You're joking. I'm not hearing you right. You didn't say accident, right? I was just beside myself. It was like, and that sounds like I didn't care about her. I mean, the first question was, are you okay? But, people have said to us, wow, everybody was okay. It was actually a 3-car accident this time. Everybody's okay. She got a cut on her middle finger, which she had to get 5 stitches in, but you know that was minor. I mean, nobody else was hurt. She was the only one that had an injury, and that's minor at best. We both talked, and we're like, yes, we're glad that everybody's okay. We really, really are. But now this happened. We just started payments on this car, and now we got another car that's probably going to be considered total. I went to the place to pick up the stuff that was in her car yesterday, and I'm just looking at it going, there's no way they can fix this. It's just done. So now we're just sitting there going, what the hell are we going to do? So it's a little stressful, and that was a call from the insurance adjuster saying, we'll have somebody take a look at it today, and we'll call you probably early next week and let you know what's going on. Fortunately, I'm on vacation, and she's actually, well, not yet. She has to interview it for it, but she's going to get a part-time job at the school that's literally like 2 blocks away, or not even 2 blocks, 2 houses down from where we live. And so she'd only work part-time, but it would be like 10:30 to 1. It'd be awesome hours for that. It's not going to bring in a lot of money, but hey, it's something. And she can still, if the kid's got to go for a doctor appointment, whatever, she can work around that. The gig that I'm on right now, I drive to it 2 days a week, and the other 3 days I work from home, and I could tell them, hey, extenuating circumstances have come up. I may need to be at home more for at least through December. And they could probably go, yeah, I mean, they seem pretty reasonable. So I think we're at least in a position that we don't have to necessarily go out and buy a new car or another car right now. But we're going to probably need to get something at some point. But we're not in a position where we got to rush it. And like we were talking, the biggest thing to keep in mind is, yes, everybody's okay. And there's lots of people, lots of families out there that would just like to eat a meal every day. So just try to keep some perspective on this. This is obviously not, this is going to be somewhat of a setback for us financially, but, we got to roll with it. We got to do what we can with it and just move on. So that was a call from the insurance adjuster. Can't really ignore that one. So anyway, that's my life. I ended up buying some alcohol. So I don't actually, that sounds bad. I don't need my headphones on. I don't drink a lot. I actually don't. I probably have about a beer a week, or maybe a glass of wine a week. I really just don't. I mean, I'll have moments where I go with my friends and we'll go into town and, we'll be safe. We're not going to drive or anything, but we're all going to meet up and have a couple, 2, 3, 4 drinks and have some fun. But that's even like once or twice a year at most. I'm not a big drinker. I just haven't. But I'm like, I think having some beer in the fridge might be good right now, just to relax a little bit. So, where was I? Oh yes, WSharp. So that was it. Okay, so what I want to do here. Okay, you're killing me, Smalls. You're killing me. I know you don't take one that has 0. Okay, this new line on 1. You take a value. We're not going to do anything with it right now. Close it off. You're getting confused, right? Yeah, you're thinking that's that, and then you need that. But you don't... Okay, I'm feeling like a moron here. Unless there's an extension that I don't remember. I think there is. I think there's an extension to the immutable types that... That's right. I'm almost positive there is a create. Right? Mutable. Well, I could actually build a list and then say to a new immutable list. It'd be 6 half cents, one dozen of the other. All right. New list of line. to immutable list. But I'm almost positive. What don't you like here? Oh yeah, see now what it wants to do is, see now I'm all distracted. I don't want to just pass in an enumerable thing and then come on, docs. Tell me how I'm stupid. Spending all this time just... Oh, this isn't docs. Docs. Come on. Well, I just want to... Where would I start? Start learning? No, I want to just search. If I say .NET, is that going to be the whole .NET? Okay. It's not core. It's just a library in and of itself. Oh, for God's sakes. Immutable lists create. Yes, there is a way to do this. Okay, somebody... This is where actually doing as a live coding thing would actually help. Because I am obviously too stupid. Create an immutable... Oh, I don't give it the... Immutable list create. Oh, you don't give the type because the type is inferred by this. See? Eventually I'd figure it out. Eventually. There we go. Now I need this. That feels much better. I knew there was a way to do it. I knew it. I just couldn't figure it out. Okay, so we got the lists. Now I can save our engine is equal to new execution engine, passing in lines. And then what can I assert off the engine? I can't assert anything. But I can assert that didn't fail. I mean, this is where, this is where it's like assert that calling this with those kind of lines does not fail. Let's throw. I mean, there's just a way to say that I know that should not fail. I thought there was something in like does not throw. Is not it's not fatal. It's not zero. I'm just guessing here. Is not empty. Assert that calling that. I mean, it's a weird test. I find tests like this that are like, it shouldn't fail. But there should be a assert does not throw. Thank you. Assert does not throw. Assert that. Assert does not throw. What I really like is that I wish it had does not throw. That's what I really want. So maybe that's just the limitation of NUnit that they didn't have that in here. But I could say does not throw. Fine. Fine, fine. I like the assert that, but I should make a note of that. Make a note. Does the NUnits have assert that blah 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 does not throw? Yeah, I mean it would be consistent with the constraint syntax that they have, but you know, whatever. It is what it is right now. Okay. So now I want to say create when given empty list. So now I can just say immutable list of lines empty. And now if I say this, it's to say assert that doing this throws type of execution engine lines exception. This is also another point I have to look up later, which is does and to do some kind of inspector on the exception you're getting. So this is the first one to say, yes, it threw an exception, and it is of this type exception. But now I want to look at it a little bit more because I want to make sure it has the right line count, it has the right messages that I expect in it. You know, in this case, it's okay. In fact, this is wrong. This, if I remember right, this is an argument exception. Come on. Oh, it was over there. That's what I'm like, why is it not getting the focus? This is an argument exception. And then I need a when list contains null entries. Okay, so now in this case, what I want to say is var lines. I already got that there. We're going to do back to create new line. No, I just came up with another one. One. Think. Bonk. Null. Now I want to do this again. Here's the other one, is that you should have a unique set of identifiers. We'll get to that in a second. No. And now this one is execution engine lines exception. Okay. Let's see what that did. And they all pass. Okay, that's good. Again, what I really, really wanted is something here that says, you know, if I get that exception, let me do an inspection on that exception. And say instance of. You can do type of, but that just has a type. Yeah, that's just the overloads of you either say the type or throws nothing. Hey! 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 Oh, I also need tests for exception here. Where the hell was that? It wasn't here, right? That's what was. Yeah, assert that throws nothing. There, that answers that question over in my notes here. So it does have something like that. Cool. throws an exception. Yeah, but I want to say it's of a type, and then I also want to do something with it. Can you do something after it? No, you have to. Oh. The description was this constraint test. No, I don't want of the constraint. I want of the thing. Well, that would be good enough because, I mean, I do want to know what the messages are coming through it. So I'm gonna still post that question because I'm not sure about that. But I also want to say, well, I'm not going to do it. I'm just going to let it do it. Because actually what I want here is not necessarily an immutable list of lines. I want an immutable dictionary. There is no immutable dictionary. System. There is an immutable dictionary. Of a U long and a line. Okay, well that makes sense. Okay, so now what I need to say is for each var line and lines, this dot lines at and I'm going to have to reassign it to itself. Yes, this dot lines is equal to this dot lines add where my key is line dot identifier and then the line itself. Okay, so it is a little bit more painful, but it should make it easier to traverse. I mean, I could also, these programs aren't going to be that big, and as long as I have a way to say a way to go through my collection and say go to this line, which a dictionary should be good at, right? I'm giving it a key to say go to this line, that line, I'll go get the line. It's just that the line has the identifier in it, so it's a little redundant that way, but you know, is what it is. I guess maybe what I could do is say I see the identifier is part of the line. If I want to think about like what defines a line of code, it's the code, it's the count, it's the identifier. And so here I'm just using that to find a way to index into it rather quickly. So the point about doing this though is that it makes this automatically throw an exception for me if I get lines that have multiple, you know, so create when list contains duplicate identifiers. So in this case, I'm going to do that, and now I'm also going to do that, get rid of the null here, so we get rid of that. And this should be, what does that throw? Argument exception. Okay, that's wrong. Huh? Huh? How? I expected no exception to be thrown, but system null rect. think I know what the problem is. Yes, I'm an idiot because I actually have to create a new one of these. New that. There. Boom. There. I've used immutable types, but I haven't used them enough, and that's why I'm glad that I'm doing it on this project, because it's going to force me to actually understand how this all works, and so that's good. And I was like, yeah, I actually have to create that. So let me. I thought I had that up. Come on, the GitHubs. Oh, that's right. I shut down my machine and then okay, so initial work on lines and execution engine, and then I will make a branch next time. In fact, I will do that right now. We're going to call this branch new branch. Build execution engine. There. Okay, so all my work will be in this branch, which will be good. So I think I'm going to be done. I'm going to stop at this point. We're going to move on next time and actually start, building the fur and and then hopefully building an actual console app here. I'm kind of excited now. I want to keep moving, but I can't because my sons are going to be coming home from school, so I got to stop. So, but yeah, now I got more done. We can keep moving from this point on. So thanks for watching. Leave any comments or questions below. See you in the next episode.